kind of childhood no one talks about, not because it's rare, but because it looks successful from the outside. It's the childhood where you didn't cause trouble, you didn't ask for much. You learned early how to stay quiet, stay useful, stay out of the way. Adults called you mature. They said you were wise for your age. They admired how well you handled things. What they didn't see was that you weren't growing up. You were adapting. And there's a big difference. Tonight, we're going to talk about the psychology of people who had to grow up before they were emotionally ready, and why that early strength often turns into quiet exhaustion later in life. When a child senses instability, something subtle happens. No one explains it, no one announces it, but the child makes an internal agreement. If I'm easy, things stay calm. If I don't need much, no one gets overwhelmed. If I stay strong, maybe everything won't fall apart. This isn't logic, it's survival instinct. Children don't grow up thinking about responsibility. They grow up thinking about connection, and if connection feels fragile, they will trade parts of themselves to protect it. Curiosity becomes caution. Play becomes productivity. Emotion becomes observation. You start watching people instead of being one. In healthy development, adults regulate children. But when adults are emotionally overwhelmed, distracted, volatile, or absent, the system reverses. The child begins regulating the room. They notice tone changes. They predict moods. They learn when to speak and when silence is safer. This doesn't feel traumatic in the moment. It feels normal, because trauma isn't always chaos. Sometimes trauma is consistency without care, and the child learns something dangerous. Love feels conditional. Peace feels earned. Attention feels risky. So they become careful with all three. Here's where it gets complicated. The world rewards this adaptation. Teachers love you because you're easy. Friends lean on you because you're steady. Employers trust you because you don't complain. You're told you're so responsible. You've always been strong. I don't worry about you. And slowly, you start confusing being valued with being useful. No one asks how you're doing because you look like you're handling it. So you learn not to need. And what you don't express doesn't disappear. It waits. Fast forward into adulthood. On the surface, you're functioning, but internally something feels off. You struggle to relax without guilt. You feel uneasy when things are calm. You stay busy, not because you love productivity, but because stillness feels unsafe. You might over-explain, over-function, over-care, under-rest. You give easily. Receiving feels uncomfortable. You're independent, but not peaceful, because your nervous system learned early that safety comes from control, and control requires constant effort. In relationships, this pattern shows up quietly. You might attract people who need fixing, feel responsible for others' emotions, stay longer than you should, struggle to ask for support, not because you enjoy it, but because it feels familiar. Chaos feels known. Distance feels manageable. Softness feels suspicious. Deep down, part of you is still asking the same question you asked as a child. What do I need to be so I don't lose connection? That's not weakness. That's conditioning. One of the most confusing effects of growing up too fast is emotional numbness during good moments. Happiness can feel muted. Success feels temporary. Joy feels like something you didn't earn, because your system wasn't built for enjoyment. It was built for management. And when joy arrives without effort, your body doesn't know what to do with it. So it stays alert, waiting. It's important to say this clearly. You didn't choose to grow up early. Children don't sacrifice parts of themselves because they want to. They do it because connection matters more than authenticity when you're small. That adaptation was intelligent. It protected you. But what protected you then may be limiting you now. And recognizing that isn't betrayal, it's awareness. Healing doesn't mean becoming softer overnight. It doesn't mean reliving the past. It means slowly teaching your nervous system something new, that rest doesn't equal danger, that needs don't equal burden, that you don't have to earn presence. Sometimes healing looks like saying less, asking once, leaving earlier, letting things be unfinished, not as rebellion, but as re-education. If you grew up too fast, your strength was real, your intelligence was real, your awareness was real, but so was the cost. And now you get to decide something different, not all at once, not perfectly, but honestly. You're allowed to slow down, you're allowed to need, you're allowed to rest without justification. Growing up too fast wasn't your fault, but growing gently is now your choice. And that's not weakness, that's repair.